Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Mikey back here, and today we'll be recapping the Hawks' first game coming out of the All-Star break. Unfortunately, the Hawks take the L 108 to 112 off of another DeMar DeRozan masterpiece for the Bulls. And the Hawks in this game, it was a bad start. You know, we were down 10-0, 11-0 in the first quarter, but we eventually got our offense going in the second half. It was a one-point game at halftime, and, you know, it was really the Hawks really should have felt fortunate in the first half to really only be down one going into halftime. Our offense wasn't good, but our defense stepped up. That's really what kept us in the game for the most part. Obviously, DeMar DeRozan had an amazing game, continuing that run of 30-plus points on 50% plus shooting. It's amazing what he's doing right now. But, you know, he would get his. But we were able to subdue most of the, pretty much all of the other Bulls. So, it's great to see the Hawks put that defensive effort on the floor. But really, our main Trae Young was clamped up, honestly. Ayo Dosunmu has played great defense on Trae Young every time he's been matched up with him this season. And it happened here again. Trae Young, not a great game at all. 3 for 17 on shooting. And he came in the last 5 minutes of the game and really sold the game, to be honest. He definitely should have been passing more, giving the ball more to Danilo Gallinari or Bogdanovic, two guys who had made amazing games, as well as Clint Capella had an amazing game for the Hawks. Those three really kept us in the game almost single-handedly. But other than that, none of the Hawks really stepped up except for Bogey, Gallo, and Clint Capella. Trae Young down the stretch took really tough layups, another step back three over Dosunmu, and that really wasn't the correct decision. He's got to realize that sometimes, you know, if your defender's there or you're not having a good night, you know, you need to defer to your teammates sometimes. And I think down the stretch, I think this is a great learning experience for Trae Young. He's still maturing as a player, even though he's already a superstar, which is just amazing. So hopefully the Hawks can take this as a learning experience, and we still need to try very hard for that 7th and 8th seed. So the season's not over yet by a long shot, because we still have to make this play-in. I think we will make the play-in. I think we'll eventually end up getting the 9th or 8th seed, but we need to start winning now. And this stretch will really dictate the season, in my opinion. We face the Raptors tomorrow, so that's going to be a huge game. But honestly, for the Bulls, Vucevic and LaVine didn't really show out this game too much. I mean, LaVine had 20 points, but he was 2 for 8 from 3 and 7 of 17 from the field. So not that great of an efficient night from LaVine. Vucevic, a decent game, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Was really good at defense, though. 2 blocks, 2 steals. So Vucevic definitely made his impact on the game, and LaVine had a little bit as well. But one guy that really made his impact on the game that's underrated is Tristan Thompson for the Bulls. Thompson came in and gave them 2 offensive rebounds, 4 defensive rebounds for 6 rebounds and 11 points in just 13 minutes. That's so great production off the bench for Tristan Thompson, and he had a couple of momentum rebounds where he put the ball back up, got some and ones, went to the free throw line, and he really shifted the momentum in the second half of the game when he came in. So credit to Tristan Thompson there. But other than that, let's move on to the specific box scores. Danilo Gallinari, 26 points, 9 rebounds, 4 for 6 from the line, 2 of 4 from 3, and 10 of 18 from the field. And normally I wouldn't mention the free throws, but the Hawks didn't shoot it well from the line. They shot 18 of 27 from the line, and even guys like who make free throws all the time, Danilo Gallinari, 3rd best free throw shooter in the league, missed 2 free throws. Trae Young missed 3 free throws. Bogdanovic even missed 2 free throws. 0 of 2 from the line in his only 2. So really weird night for the Hawks in terms of free throw line. Normally they're a great free throw shooting team, so I don't think that'll happen again, but definitely need to clean that up for the next game. Gallinari was guarded by DeRozan a lot of this game, and honestly, that's easy pickings for Gallo. He just shot over DeRozan like it was nothing. His mid-range game there was a mid-range duel between Danilo Gallinari and DeMar DeRozan. That was awesome to watch. It felt like old school basketball. So Gallo switching mid-range pull-ups, DeMar DeRozan taking fadeaways and step-backs from the mid-range. It was awesome to see. But unfortunately, the performance didn't come out to a win. Deandre Hunter had an abysmal first half. He only played 13 minutes in the first half and was out of the game in the second half with an illness. But he was 0 for 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 2 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. And he he was playing decent defense on DeMar DeRozan, but again, DeRozan's been on such a tear that whatever defense you throw at him, he's pretty much going to score no matter what. So Hunter had the worst plus-minus on the team in minus 13 in only 13 minutes. So unfortunately, not a great showing from Deandre Hunter. Not what I was looking to see coming out of the All-Star break from Hunter. Hopefully he can have a better showing next time out, because this season is definitely a crucial season, because he had, I believe, this is the most healthy he's been in his career. So hopefully he can get something going while he's on the court. Hopefully he doesn't get injured again. Capella in 29 minutes, great game. 7 for 11 from the field for 14 points and 17 rebounds and 2 blocks. He definitely did his job, was dominating on the boards, and he also caught lobs. He also caught lobs today and was dunking the ball on putbacks. Huge. That is huge from Clint Capella, because we haven't seen that a lot this year. So if he could do that down the stretch, we could potentially see the old Clint Capella come back, and the Hawks could definitely make a run and get hot into the play-in if that happens. Trae Young at 37 minutes, 3 of 17 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3, 8 for 11 from the line for 14 points, 10 assists, and 3 rebounds, 4 turnovers as well. So definitely not a great game from Trae Young. And we just needed him to have a mediocre game in this game with Bogey and Gallo and Capella stepping up big. But unfortunately, you got to give credit to Ayo Dosunmu. He played incredible defense, and Trae Young didn't shoot the ball well combined with that. So whenever you have that and your superstar player doesn't play well, it's going to be hard. And that's what the Hawks encountered last night. Kevin Huerter in 35 minutes, 9 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Not a good game from Kayvon again. 4 for 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. Struggling with his shot out of the All-Star break. And he struggled with his shot before the previous 7-game winning streak. Hopefully we don't see that long of a stretch. He struggled for about a week and a half, just knocking down some open shots. Hopefully Huerter can get into those strengths with those open threes and those aggressive 8 to 10 foot push shots. Hopefully he can get more of those to see the ball go into the basket and build some confidence. Onyeka Okongwu in 19 minutes had a good showing as well. 8 points, 5 assists, 1 steal, 4 rebounds. A bit of playmaking there from Okongwu with 5 assists, so that's always great to see. He was perfect in the field in 19 minutes, so a decent game from Onyeka Okongwu there. Kevin Knox got minutes with Deandre Hunter out in the second half. In 6 minutes, he scored 2 points. Lou Williams in 12 minutes was awful. 2 points, 1 for 6 from the field, and 2 rebounds. He just missed a lot of open shots. Didn't play make, didn't get any assists. He was 1 for 6. And he's not playing defense out there either. So his minutes were definitely a detriment for the Hawks in this game. But I'll tell you what, Bogdanovic, 38 minutes, the most on a team. Man, he continues to be on a tear since the end of January. 11 for 24 from the field, 5 of 12 from 3 for 27 points, 1 steal, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. And again, Bogdanovic filling up getting a steal, and he also got a block. He's been getting more steals and defensive stats lately, and also his playmaking is still there. He threw more lobs to Okongwu off the bench last night, and his playmaking, like I've been saying in the past couple recaps, is just taking a step up from where it was last year. So if we can continue that, and Trae Young just does his thing, we could go on a tear. I know it's there, but Ayo Dosunmu, like I keep saying, give credit to him. DeLon Wright in 16 minutes, 4 points, 1 rebound, and that was it. So not a great game from DeLon Wright there. Only took 2 shots. Hopefully we could see more aggressive DeLon Wright down the stretch. For the Bulls, DeMar DeRozan, incredible. 37 minutes, 37 points, 1 steal, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, 15 of 21 from the field, and 2 of 3 from 3. So just an ultra-efficient night from DeRozan. Seems like you say that every single game he plays right now, and definitely should be a top 3 MVP candidate in my opinion. Definitely top 3. The Bulls, what can you say? They're missing Caruso, they're missing Lonzo Ball as well, and they're still winning games, so they're not even healthy. So they're going to be a tough matchup heading into the regular season. If the Hawks can somehow make it out of the play-in and face the Bulls first round, I think that's a favorable matchup for us. But again, they're definitely a better team at this point. So it's going to be a tough ask for the Hawks to get past the play-in and beat them at that point. Javonte Green in 28 minutes, 4 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, 1 for 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. So he contributed to the stat sheet in multiple categories. That's often what he does. Doesn't really have most nights that great of an offensive game. Vucevic in 35 minutes, 12 points, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 3 assists, 10 rebounds. Vucevic wasn't efficient from the field, 4 of 13 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, but did have a good defensive impact and rebounding impact on the game. LaVine in 36 minutes, 7 for 17 for the field, 2 of 8 from 3 for 20 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. So a decent game from LaVine. Not horrible. Definitely could have shot better, but credit the Hawks defense for playing great defense on LaVine and Vucevic. Ayo Dosunmu in 34 minutes, 12 points, 3 blocks, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, 5 and 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3. And really, you look at this game, you're like, oh, DeMar DeRozan, MVP of this game for sure. But Ayo Dosunmu was really clamping Trae Young. And if Trae Young doesn't have that, he has a mediocre game, and DeRozan still has this superstar level performance, the Hawks probably come out with a win here. So really, he was the MVP who made the most impact for the Bulls in this game. Derrick Jones Jr. in 20 minutes off the bench, 2 points, 2 blocks, 3 rebounds. And he had one lob that Deandre Hunter was called for a foul where, he was standing just watching Derrick Jones jump behind him, and his foot clipped Deandre Hunter's head, and they called Deandre Hunter for a foul on that play. It was the most confusing foul call, but I definitely wanted a more of an explanation to see how that was a foul on Hunter. He had 3 fouls before halftime, so Hunter definitely did not have a great game before going out. But in other words, Troy Brown Jr. in 17 minutes, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 of 4 from the field, and 1 of 2 from 3. So contributed off the bench for Troy Brown. Tristan Thompson, like I mentioned, his impact before in 13 minutes, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. So good game there from Tristan Thompson. And Kobe White off the bench, 4 for 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. He got hot in the second half in a little stretch, had 9 points and 2 assists. So a decent game from Kobe White as well. But he was limited in playing time with 5 fouls. So not what you normally see from Kobe White. He doesn't have a tendency to foul that much. It's not as aggressive on the defensive end. So that was a weird stat from Kobe White. But nonetheless, they come out with a win. Their free throw percentage was 81. Ours was 66. We shot 28% from 3. They shot 29. And we shot 42% from the field. They shot 48. And those are the final numbers. And the turnovers are also important. The turnovers, both teams had low turnovers. This was fairly good. This was a fairly good defensive game and maintaining the ball. But the Bulls ended up with DeRozan, and he clutched the game out in the end. And Trae Young didn't deliver in the end. That's really the story of this game. It was pretty much close up until then. But DeMar DeRozan pulled it out for the Bulls. Tomorrow, the Hawks face the Raptors. Hopefully, we can get back to our winning ways tomorrow at State Farm Arena and get a dub after the All-Star break. We definitely need to start a win streak early in this stretch of the last 23 games. So hopefully it can start tomorrow. I'll be back with a recap for that one. And I'll thank you guys for watching this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.